So traditionally, if you wanted to have ground coffee on the go, you would take something like this right here. This is a hand grinder, and you just toss your beans in the top, choose your grind setting, and go to town grinding. And that process generally takes about a minute or so, but then you got a pretty slim profile grinder, you got fresh coffee beans ground, and good to go. But it is a little bit cumbersome to do that, especially if you want to do that over and over. And so there is something new available on the market by Outin, and this is an electric grinder. So this sucker right here actually is pretty light, believe it or not. Only weighs about 700 grams. And if I compare that to a hand grinder at 650 grams, you know, it's really not much different. It is, as far as I can tell, a really nice grinder. I was expecting as much because I have their Outin Nano coffee maker. So these guys, what I really like about them is simply the fact that they feel really nice. The bodies are made out of plastic, but it's a nice feeling plastic, and I don't know, just the way that the elements are put together, everything just fits nicely and it's good to use. They seem to have like a pretty minimalistic design, and I think a fair amount of thought went into designing each of these. So what we're gonna do in today's video is have a look at the Outin Fino. We're going to test it with grinding, and we're going to also pull an espresso shot. If we have time, I'll also do a pour over and see how it works for that. The catch cup has got an inside which is concave, and that helps to pour out the grounds. That's stainless steel. Of course, the burr is stainless steel, and you see that's not exactly clean. It comes with this little blow brush, but this thing, it's so weak. I don't really care for this, so I'm just going to toss that. I really prefer to use a proper brush like this one here, and now you can see it looks pretty nice and clean. So the burr is stainless steel 420 grade. It's a 38 millimeter burr, and it's heptagonal, which means it's got 7 blades on it. It's pretty easy to take apart as well. It comes with an Allen wrench, and you can just take out the burr. There's a spring behind it and a washer as well. We're gonna do that later too. All right, so what are some other features about this grinder? Well, first of all, it has got this pop-up. So you just pop this up in order to put your beans in. You can close it up, and that way you don't have any kind of lid to deal with. And it also shows you where your grind should be. So whether you're grinding for espresso or for pour over or for French press. So it gives you an indicator on there. I think that's really nice. I'm going to grind today for the Outin Nano at about 2.1. Well, I should mention right away, it's got 28 grind settings in total. So you'll see there on the edge, we got up to 10 settings, 10 macro settings, there's settings in between. It's 28 in total. Something else to keep in mind is a very slow grinder. If I remember right, I think it's 45 RPM. So, I mean, it's really slow. So yeah, super duper slow. It takes for espresso generally right around 2 minutes. Keep that in mind. Now, before we get into the testing phase of the Outin Fino, I should mention that Outin sent me this to review, so I received this for free. I'm not receiving any payment on top of that. However, if you want to help out the channel, you can click on the links down below. I'll have a couple of affiliate links in there. And should you purchase something, then I do earn a little something, so thank you for that. I should mention also what kind of packaging it comes with. This is a pretty sturdy box. That's the bottom, so you can tell that's got some weight to it. And it also comes with a little funnel for transferring the grounds from the catch cup into your basket. It is really nice packaging, like it feels really robust. With all of that out of the way, let's just go ahead and test this guy out. I got 15 grams here pre-dosed of some 70% Arabica, 30% Robusta from a local roaster. It's quite fresh, and we're going to just see how long this takes. All right, 15 grams, very nice. And go. It's not a real loud grinder. Okay, so it also stops automatically. I like to just give it a little shake and make sure there's not a straggler in there, and you heard a straggler. Okay, so that took just over 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Now let's go ahead and just see what we got out. So I put 15.0 in. How much am I going to get out? And this part is a little difficult because it's very staticky, if you can see that. You can do a little bit of RDT. They say on the website that's no problem because they made this out of a high quality stainless steel, the burrs. But I did kind of want to show you that there is a fair amount of static. One thing you can do to alleviate the static a little bit is just let it sit for a minute. Ah, you know what? I nearly forgot. I've got this guy that I can screw on there. That's what I'm supposed to do. And then I can remove the top cap like that, and that makes it easier to transfer. So we got 14.8, and you see I spilled a little. I probably spilled about 0.1 of a gram, so retention is good too. I would say that it's a low retention grinder. You get right around what you put in, or maybe minus 0.1 gram. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of WDT here, make sure I don't have any clumps or anything. And let's give her a good tamp. Excellent. So this is what our puck looks like right there. Put the shower screen on. Screw that guy in there. And let's go to town. I put some preheated water in there because this otherwise takes about 5 minutes to heat up from room temperature water up to the temperature required. So this is gonna save us a little time. This is their new scale, by the way. And it's the first time I'm using it, if I'm being honest, but so far it's pretty intuitive. It's got a timer on there. It's got a weight setting, obviously, and it's got several different modes, which I have not played with yet. Come on. I'm gonna stop it at 30. Okay, so 32 grams there in about 33 seconds. So that looks like a pretty good extraction. Very bittersweet, chocolatey, a little spicy, nice and hot. It's a good espresso. It's kind of what I expect because I have gotten good results from the Outin Nano, and their Outin Fino does a good job grinding. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is a pour over. I've got 15 grams of beans right here. And so I'm just gonna change my grind from 2 up to 7. Zip. Drop my beans in there. Sometimes you gotta shake it a bit. And let's see how long it takes on a pour over setting. Okay, 110 to finish for a pour over grind. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch to pour over mode. So we're gonna get our equipment set up, tear it out. Then I'm gonna take this 15 grams here, and we are doing a 1:16 ratio pour over recipe. This is Oster's recipe over there at Coffee Chronicler. So what it is a 2-pour method. We're gonna put in 120 grams with this switch open, and then we're going to put in another 120 grams with it closed. So I've got 15 grams in there, and now I'm going to start. So now, as soon as I pour water in there, it's going to start timing. So this first bit of water should bring out the nice brightness and the pleasant acidity that we're looking for in the coffee. And now we're going to steep it. So now I'm going to pour in up to 240. And as soon as we get to the 2-minute mark, then I'm going to let the water flow through. In the meantime, it's steeping, and that's supposed to bring out the body and some sweetness out of the coffee. Okay. All right, I will call that good. And as soon as you remove it, then it tells you, okay, final time 3:11, and it's a 1:16.2 ratio. So that's pretty cool that it shows you at the end how close you were to nailing your ratio on this Claro scale. Let's see how it tastes. That is a nice recipe. It does bring out right away that nice brightness, that juiciness. I get something reminiscent of, I don't know, stone fruit, kind of like peach. And, you know, the body is pretty decent. And it does have just a little sweetness too. So it's a nice recipe to use for pour over. And yes, the Fino can grind also for pour over, as it can also for mocha pot and for French press. Let's move on to taking this grinder apart. All right, so when it comes time that you want to clean the Fino, what I would suggest doing is giving it a good wipe down first, and then take the included Allen wrench, and that's all you gotta do is loosen it counterclockwise. There's a tapered screw in there, and you got the burr. I'm gonna give that a little brush off. So this is your stainless steel burr. And you got a spring in there next. And you're supposed to also have a washer that comes out. Mine's not coming out, but that's fine because it needs to go back in anyway. So what I would do is just give this a good brushing out. And then you're all cleared out and good to go for the future. Let's put it back together. Very simple. Spring first. Then the burr. And then your tapered screw. And just screw until it's snug. And you're good to go. So what are my final thoughts on the Fino? I've had quite a good time using this. I like how this pops open and closed, how it gives you indicators right here so you don't have to try to remember, and gives a good result as far as making coffee drinks. It's as light as a normal hand grinder, which is pretty nuts. The only disadvantage really for me is how long it takes. So it takes about at least twice as long, but I think from a physical standpoint, from a haptic, tactile standpoint, it's a nice product. I think I've done 12 doses since the last time that I charged this. I think they say it can do up to 18 gram doses. And the main thing that I want to say about this is I don't really think that you need to only consider this if you have an Outin Nano. I think that this is much more versatile. So you can have this not only for being out and about, but this might be good for a household where maybe you don't drink that much coffee and you just want to put something up out of the way in your cabinet. All right, guys. Thanks very much for watching the video. I hope you liked it. I hope it was helpful. If so, hit that thumbs up button. Until next time, I say happy coffee drinking, happy espresso drinking. Bye now.